This is the Metpod radio and video report for Wednesday, March 3rd, 2010, here on 76.1 Inter FM, with information from inside the pages of Japan's #1 English language magazine, Metropolis. In today's report, we're checking in with our Metpod navigators, Sarah Cortina and Lauren Shannon.
All right, and don't forget, this week, the last page is, of course, devoted to the Negi.
Dun, dun, dun.
By Kevin Cooney. If you need the news, buy a newspaper.
I love the Negi, but you say that it gets some negative reviews?
It does. You know, we've got hate mail?
You get Negi hate mail?
We've gotten
That's
irate
shocking.
callers. Not hate mail, but I've had to deal with people who they just don't understand Kevin's sense of humor.
And speaking of Kevin's sense of humor, tell us a little bit about what we can look forward to in the Negi this week.
All right, let's start off with the news in brief. Headlines: Omotesando prepares for St. Patrick's Day parade by Tefloning sidewalks for easy vomit removal.
Ew.
All right, 11 years into marriage, foreign husband still cannot write wife's name in kanji.
That's so sad.
All right, but let's see. We got some longer form articles in this week's Negi. First off, temperate weather makes elevator chit-chat awkward. Because,
samui desu ne.
you know, because that's what happened apparently.
I know.
This was a very large thing. It was a Tuesday morning, and it was a very tense moment here as, you know, you had some people waiting in the elevator, and they said samui desu ne, but then they realized it actually wasn't
cold.
all that cold outside.
And you can't say atsui desu ne because it's not hot yet either.
Well, you know, fortunately, an IT worker happened to come along in this situation and save the day by commenting that, you know, the cherry blossoms are going to be starting.
There you go.
Soon.
That's kind of like the weather.
It is. Next up, famed No actor dead on stage for 3.5 hours before audience notices.
That's just mean.
Have you ever seen No?
I have.
I haven't ever been to see it, but I hear that it's sort of like expected that you'll fall asleep during it.
Yeah.
That's apparently what people just do.
Exactly. As long as the actors don't fall asleep, I guess it's okay. Or die.
Or die. Well, apparently if they do, you wouldn't notice. This says the police have concluded that he died of natural causes.
Okay.
Yeah, audience members said they were stunned to learn of his death and had assumed that his lack of movement for the previous 3.5 hours was part of the performance.
For these stories and more, be sure to open up the magazine.
And don't forget to listen to the podcast. It's called The Midweek Metpod.
Oh, come on, get a life.
So for these stories and more, don't forget to open up the pages of that magazine.
And be sure to listen to our podcast. It's called The Metpod.
The Tokyo Metpod. Radio report.
The Tokyo Metpod. It's all about life in Tokyo at www.metpod.com.
Come get some of this.
And join us every morning for the Metpod Radio Report. I'm Kamasami Kong on 76.1
76.1.
Inter FM.